Hello, my name is Toms,
Hello, my name is Edis.
and in this video, we want to show you how to package Greenshot. And Greenshot is a tool making screenshots. I love it. You can create a screenshot and then you can edit that picture with different built-in editing tools. Make a blur, create an arrow, red box, add extra text, create counter to build step-by-step instructions. It's super simple and it's open source. But to get this software installed via Intune or Configuration Manager, it will not be so simple. The problem is that after the application finish installing using a silent switch, it will open internet browser with a Greenshot website. And it's not a complete silent installation. And that's a no-go for enterprise deployments, as you know. It's distracting for end users, and packagers like me and Eddies spend a decade preventing issues like this. The installer, of course, is exe, so there's no easy fix. This means, yay, repackaging, right? Turns out this behavior is because of advertisements on the Greenshot website. It can bring in some revenue to support website operations and development costs. And you can read about this on Greenshot GitHub issues, where people complaining about this issue and demanding to change this. And some got so disrespectful that even I had to report them. Being disrespectful and selfish, demanding open source maintainers to do something for free will not lead this issue anywhere, right? So we need to understand why developers make decisions like this and then help and come up with suggestions how to overcome them. So first of all, we need to understand why developers did that. And what do most developers want? They want as many consumers for their product as possible. And organizations can bring a lot of active users just by one deployment. Imagine one deployment can help them get 3,000 consumers using their product, just like that. But how to cover development costs? In the Greenshot situation, I see only one possible option. Move the opening of the internet browser with their website when the user first time uses the application, not during the installation, because that would prevent enterprises deploying it. And perhaps even add a text explaining to the user why it's happening. These simple actions help cover some development costs because provide the software for free to you. Great. I think most enterprises will be okay with this happening when using free software that helps their organization to move forward. Yet, organizations are familiar with softwares like these when they do not support full silent installation. So, how they overcome this problem? That's right, they do repackaging. It just takes some time and money. However, organizations that do not want to spend their time and money will choose another software. And that's a shame because Greenshot is great. And having an installer without silent installation option will basically stand in the way of getting more customers. Now, let us show you two things. First, Eddies will show you how to repackage current version of Greenshot and how you can do that yourself and deploy it via Intune or Configuration Manager with confidence. And second, we will show you how easy it is for open source maintainers to create enterprise grade MSI for free using Master Repackager Dev. Our new solution, that is the software Master Repackager Dev, enables independent software vendors to create MSI and even MSIX installers from the single project file. And now developers can do that without spending a tremendous time learning these technologies. Learning how MSI and MSIX works takes a lot of time, believe us. And it's free for non-commercial use, like open source projects like Greenshot. And it's a fraction of costs when you compare to other similar solutions when used to commercial use. Okay, take it away, Eddies, and show us how to do all these things.
Okay, so today we're gonna use Master Repackager once again. I have already started it. We're gonna create this first snapshot again. Let's just wait a bit until it finishes. Okay, so it's done. So let's install Greenshot now. I'm just gonna go with the default installation. Maybe everything default. We want to leave that. So okay, we want to close this browser window as soon as possible because that will generate additional registries and files that will be captured, and we will have to clean it up. And we do not want to start the application now. So we are done. Let's make the second snapshot and wait until it's done. Okay, so let's check what was captured. So we have the Greenshot installation folder. We're not going to need the uninstall files anymore. We can exclude those. We have Edge once again was doing something in the background. Yeah, because it started Edge. So that's why we have some stuff here from Edge. So we're not going to need the uninstall shortcut anymore. And that's it. The rest looks fine. So let's show only included. So just the installation directory and the shortcuts. So let's check the registries now. And under the registries, we have some Edge stuff once again, because it was launched. So that's why we always recommend to not launch any applications during the repackaging process. So let's check what's here. So here we have a file association that's a .greenshot file. It's opened by this prog ID, so we can see that. And we have one more, the run registry key, which is responsible for starting the application during login. So that's fine. We can press next. And all this is fine. You can press build. Okay. The MSI is built. Let's open it up. Check what was built. So we have the files, we have the shortcuts, and then we have the file association. So the .greenshot file, we have a nice icon. So it's as easy as that to repackage it. So now we're gonna talk about the second thing, how we can create an installer as a vendor, as an application developer, instead of as an IT pro that wants to repackage something, but how can open source projects create a nice MSI instead of using exe installers, etc. So to do this, we will need to install Master Repackager dev. Give me a second. So and one more thing. Okay, I'm gonna need Notepad as well for this because we're gonna be editing a JSON file. So let me just quickly install it on my VM. Okay, so what we're gonna need to build this? We're gonna need a project file. That will be a JSON file. And I want to see if I name extensions. So let's call it greenshot.json. So how do we do this? Let's check the newly installed application. We have the shortcut for the documentation. So this is all of the documentation how to use the JSON file to building the package. So let's take this example, and we're just gonna adjust it to our needs. So let's open it up. No, don't want to update. So let me make it a bit bigger so it's easier to read. So let's set the output directory. We were going to need MSI only for this case. So we need to set the name. So the publisher, it's going to be Greenshot as well. The version, what was it? So, and in this case, it's a 64-bit application. So the installation directory will be Greenshot. And we're going to need an icon for it. I have prepared an icon for it already before, but if you're going to be doing this, you will need an icon. So
You can actually extract icon or PNG from the
yeah,
Master Repackager. That's one
yeah, we could
option.
do that as well. So let's export it as an icon file and place it. Okay, and I will need to rename it. Let's copy the name. So we have the icon here. I'm gonna copy this folder as well here so we can reference it here. So we're gonna need to add the files. So the files will be just the Greenshot folder. We're not gonna need the rest of these entries. We're not gonna need any registry keys because as you can see, what would be here? Yeah, we had this one registry key, but we're gonna add it in a different way, an easier way. So we're not gonna need any registries for this package, but we are gonna need a few shortcuts. So the first one is the Greenshot itself. So let's check what the shortcuts were. So the first one is Greenshot. So the target will be greenshot.exe. And we will need to add a name for it. So if you leave the name blank, it will use the name of the executable. So actually we could leave it empty as well. But to make it nicer, we can use it like so. Then we're going to need two more shortcuts. So let's copy them. And the shortcuts were called license.txt and readme.txt. And I think they were in the same folder, called the same as the files. Let me double check this. So yeah, license and readme. So environment variables, we did not have any. And okay, you can set a digital signature if you want to. We can as well use let me quickly find. So okay, we can use this generate test certificate property as well, and it will generate a certificate for us. This is mostly used for MSIX testing, but for MSI it will not be needed. So it's just an example how you could do it. So you could use your certificate here. Let me double check the syntax for this. Okay, so we're gonna need an upgrade code. In this case, let's just use a random one. So the package description, let's say Greenshot. We have this text already prepared here. Is a free open source screenshot program for Microsoft Windows. So that's the description. We can set the publisher URL. We can add the release notes URLs.
these items will show up when you double click on the installer for the home user to see all the information about the application they are installing. And that's all is MSI, just with our own created custom UI during the installation. You can even set the primary accent, the colors for the installer, everything. And as we will show you, user will be able to click on the version or the vendor, and they will go directly to the release notes or the publisher to basically read more about the vendor they are installing software of.
Okay, and the last two things we need, it is the file association and the startup registry. So how can we do this? I have already prepared these sections, so it's a bit faster. So we're going to add the file association to the file type Greenshot. We select the executable, the prog ID, set the icon, and add the verbs. So in this case, it's going to be open verb with these arguments. So it's the same as you would see here in Master Repackager. You should check, you have the -- open file and %1. And then we have the startup item, which is on login, and the Greenshot executable. So that's it for this. You could as well add one more thing, but we're not going to do it in this video. You could add as well a custom action that would uninstall exe installed already versions of Greenshot. So that is doable as well. So how do we build it now? So let's open a CMD prompt here. We can just write npdev build and then Greenshot.json. I made a typo somewhere, line 49. Forgot comma. Okay, it's gonna show the output. It will tell you about files that are not signed. So the MSI is built. Let's check it out, how it looks like. So it was signed with the test certificate. So it's not trusted because it's a self-signed certificate. And let's check the MSI that was built. So we have the files, 78. We have the shortcuts. We have upgrade codes added as well. So it will upgrade the older versions if there were any. We have the file association, and it's as easy as that. And if you would distribute this MSI to your users, this is how it would look like for them. You would have the publisher here. You can click on it, and it will open up the website, as well as the release notes. If you click on the version, we have a nice icon. We have the colors matching the application, which we set here in the JSON file. And it's as easy as that.
And you can install this fully silently.
Yep.
Nice. And it's
Yep.
free for open source projects. They can use it, fill out just this JSON project file. They don't need to know anything about MSI tables or even MSIX. They want to do this.
Yeah, and you can use this solution to add it to your build pipelines when you're building your application in your in Azure DevOps or in GitHub Actions. You can use it to build it silently and automatically. So
this is how we build actually installers for Master Repackager and for Master Repackager Dev. Again, completely automated using just Master Repackager Dev. In next versions, we will actually have additional functionality in Master Repackager, where when you would, in this situation as a developer, repackage your existing exe installer, and you would just with one click of the button export the JSON file, just what Eddie's just recreated in just a few minutes. You would just get it instantly. Yeah, and you can use it already and add just maybe details about signature that takes you just a few seconds, basically. And this is how fast you can either create or convert your existing exe installer to perfectly modifiable and all enterprise loving MSI or future MSIX format. So, okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, do you want to add something else?
No, that's it.
Thank you, and hope you learned something new. Until the next one. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.